UX is arriving on the shelves for some of us and somehow evading others. Pre-orders have arrived for some, while others may be lost forever. Get on Beybladers, Blade Bay X here, and before you part with your money for the newest UX bays, let's take a look at whether they're worth it. I'm going to measure this by 3 metrics. 1. Amount of meta impacting parts. 2. Quality of competitive parts. And then 3. How much fun they are to play with. UX is here, but is it worth it? The first test I had for our new bays was to put them against all previous releases, from Drowned Sword BX1 all the way up through Phoenix Wing and to the top of X Tower against Cobalt Drake. You can catch the replay of the live stream here. We found that Wizard Rod was able to run through the 18 BX releases fastest, with Drowned Buster coming in second, and then Hell's Hammer a close third. What was clear is that all bays had unique playstyles and were very true to their typing. Drowned Buster is only ever going to be an attack type. Rod is the perfect stamina combo right now, and Hammer is a joy to launch and battle with. It was also clear that as stock combos they all had their merits, as they ran through the BX line of bays pretty quickly. But next up we needed to test these new UX parts against the meta. I took my Wizard Rod and Drowned Buster to a G3 with me recently. Hell's Hammer hadn't arrived by that point. I tested the stock combos that day against the meta deck I had built for Nanashi to compete with. If you want to find out how he did, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next episode of his awesome anime hero training arc. It quickly became clear that XL stunts any potential Drowned Buster and 160 have. The high tooth count on the bit makes it hard to catch the X line and negatively impacts stamina when it does. It delivers a fast X dash from time to time, but you pretty much have to flat launch it to avoid the bit's terrible scraping and give the bit a fighting chance of catching the X line. 160 should always be pointing the same way as the Drowned Buster blade. You water down any potency of attack power it has otherwise. This is a glass cannon, a super fun way to play, but when it comes to risking tournament prizes, you'd better have faith you're going to be able to burst or KO your opponent's bay quickly. Wizard Rod was clearly the greatest X-Bay made so far, if it could stay in one piece. Disc Ball is a high burst risk. If we look at High Needle for a moment, that bit already had issues being knocked downwards leading to bursts due to the extra material coming out from the bit and ratchet. On Disc Ball, we have an entire steering wheel for your opponent's bay to grab onto. My advice would be, if you come up against the Disc Ball combo, launch hard. Tilt and aim for that ratchet. If it's not on a Unicorn Sting, you've got a good chance of bursting it. After playing around, I made my UX combos to take down the titans of competitive Beyblade X decks right now. My first combo is Drowned Buster 160 Rush. This is a super fun combo where we try and utilize the attack power of the Drowned Buster blade, but we give it a bit more of a fighting chance of catching that X line and delivering more than one extreme dash to hopefully KO or burst our opponents. The second combo I have is Hell's Hammer 360 low flat. I'm always looking for a low down, aggressive attacking blade, and I know the gimmick is meant to be that hammer hammers the opponent's bay downwards, but in reality that tactic rarely works and it's much more effective to uppercut our opponents. So this blade has awesome uppercut potential and I want to try and utilize that with my favorite pairing of 360 and low flat. I think we're going to be able to hit some beastly KOs. Finally, we have Wizard Rod on 570 and our new bit Hexa. This is the only combo utilizing purely UX parts. I mainly want to just test this combo more because I think it's very popular and most people are recommending it right now. If I'm honest, I'm really excited to try Hexa myself on Unicorn Sting, but for the sake of this video, let's give it a go. So what do I think of UX, and do I think you should run out and get all the new bays? Wizard Rod definitely comes with the majority of the meta impacting parts. The blade itself is going to be probably the most used blade. I can't see it not being used in a deck unless the person just hasn't been able to get their hands on it, which is an issue for some. The ratchet is also very good. Another 5 ratchet on 70 is a lot less risky than having a 580 and a lot better than mix matching some of the 60 high ratchets you don't trust the burst resistance of. And then we have disc all. Though I think this is an unreliable part because it's easy to burst, it's undeniable how amazing the stamina is on this bit, so it will definitely be used, shifting the meta possibly towards more attack type combos. Next up would be Hell's Hammer. Hexa is 100% a must have. It's outrageous that Takaratomi have given us so much stamina and defense capability on a high resistance burst bit. I love Hexa. I'm going to be using it in all my decks from now on, for sure. The Blade Hell's Hammer is also a lot of fun, and I would put it more in the fun category than the competitive category. I do think it will be used a lot at competition, but I don't think it's any better than a blade like Night Shield for attack types and other type of blades. The Ratchet 370 gives you another option if you want a 3 Ratchet. I think our options at 60 and now the 570 are much better. Finally, Dranbuster. I know a lot of people are talking this one down competitively in the West, whereas in Japan, they seem to absolutely love it at competition. I think this is one of those high skill parts, so no, not accessible for most people and probably not going to be used at every tournament you see, but people will be using it because people will get good with this blade. The more I compete, the more I realize that skill has everything to do with who wins their matches. Now, when it comes to the Ratchet, it's probably only going to work with Grandbuster. I've tried it with some other blades, like Night Shield, where it's off balance, and it's just not as good. The Bit XL, you don't need this. It's not going to be fun, and it's not going to be competitive. It kills the stamina of your blade, but it does look kind of cool, so there's that to it. What do you think of UX? Have you gotten your hands on it yet? What will you be getting in the future? Has my video helped you make your choice? Let me know down in the comments what combos you're looking forward to make with your UX parts. I'll catch you in the next one, Beybladers. Peace.